All right, we have an Atari Road Blasters in the classic System 1 cabinet. This one has been like textured and painted oddly, like a bluish, greenish, black texture, and it's got some blemishes. So it'd be a good candidate just to pull this off and put on. There's all kinds of people that have made new side art for Road Blasters. Cabinet's nice and solid, no water damage that I am aware of. I guess I'm looking closely. Well, maybe it did get wet on the bottom. It's possible that this got wet on the bottom. It sure doesn't look bad. But yeah, it looks like maybe it did. Just, you can tell on Atari cabinets because they start to expand. This one looks 1/16 of an inch wider at the bottom. So, okay, this cabinet got wet at some point in its life. I don't know, before I got it. But it's nice and solid and moves around, and you don't really notice it unless you look closely, as you just witnessed. Marquee's in great shape. The bezel's in great shape. Control panel's in really good shape. I mean, usually these are all faded. This one must have never seen the sun or something, because this one's nice and vibrant. Coin door's nice. It could be cleaned up. The whole thing needs cleaned up better. I'm just running out of time, so I hadn't had the time to scrub these and do what I do sometimes, but I'm in a hurry. So this one's still kind of dirty. But I wouldn't say 100% working. It's got kind of a little flicker. I'm guessing all it needs is maybe some of the chips reseated on the board down here, because the game does work just fine, but it's just got some of these just minor glitches, maybe. It's not even glitches. It's just, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, I would guess that if you reseated the chips, especially if you took out any that looked corroded and like sanded the legs on them with real fine sandpaper, all that would go away. Let's see, the monitor, it's a Wells 7000 with a remote board, and I did rebuild it, so it's got new caps, got a great picture, and almost no burn on that picture tube. It looks great. So let's start up a game here. Oh, do I not have the control panel hooked up? I don't know if I have. Gas pedal's working. I guess the control panel is hooked up. It's not steering. Let me see. What did I do wrong here? This is betraying me that I don't always fully test these before starting the video. Oh yeah, and this door's really tight. Let me pause this, and I will. I'll check this. We'll get this working. Hold on. All right. Well, I can't figure out why the steering isn't steering. It seems to all be hooked up, so it must be either a problem with the steering board. I'll show you underneath here. Could be a cold solder joint there on the connector. The mechanism's working, you can see. And it looks like it's been meticulously like rewired and wired up. So you're just gonna have to get the schematics out, trace it back. I mean, that's like the most minor problem in the world to fix if you're a tech. It's 4 wires, and just figure out if they're going to the right place and if they've gotten wired correctly. In worst case scenario, you get a new steering board. If you need a new one of these steering boards, honestly, just tell me and I'll give you one. I've got a box of them. So they almost never go bad, but I guess occasionally one of those Optos will break a leg or something. So I will give you a new Opto board if that's what it ends up being. No problem, no questions asked. But anyway, otherwise it's working. And and by the way, I should mention, you probably already know this, but Atari System 1 games, it's pretty easy to convert these. They have a universal motherboard, and then they have daughter boards, and there's, let me see if I can name them, Marble Madness also goes in here, and all you do is swap that daughter board and swap this control panel and the marquee up here, but that's obviously not necessary. So Marble Madness, Peter Packrat, Roadrunner, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I think that might be all of them in System 1. I may have forgotten one. But they're all really fun games, to be honest. I love all of them. So this cabinet would let you play any of those games. You just need to buy the little cartridge and the control panel, or just convert the control panel. Some of them have kind of compatible control panels, like Indiana Jones, I think, is the same as Peter Packrat, wiring-wise. And it's similar to Roadrunner, but I think Roadrunner might use a Hall effect joystick. I'm not sure, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm just babbling now. Thanks for watching.